is David Kostansky, and welcome to Waffle Iron. This is the food-based show from EXtreme Improv, XStreamed. Now, I need to do a little bit of explanation before this show gets going, because what you're about to watch was never intended to be a show. What happened was, after an episode of EXtreme Improv, XStreamed, the cast were chatting away, as we frequently do. And it came up that for the last few weeks I've advertised that there would be shows which were called Friday Night Waffle Iron and Weekend Butterscotch, Lemon Curd and Sweat Socks, and then this week there was going to be Hummingbirds and French Fries. And everyone always said, David, what are these shows? What does it mean? And I knew eventually in my heart we would come to the answer. And I think we have found it now. That, as you'll see, this conversation from the end of what was an improv show started with the conversation being about, well, what were these shows? And it evolved into us talking about food, because all of these names, lemon curd, butterscotch, waffles, French fries, probably shouldn't eat hummingbirds, but the idea was that they're all food related, and it turned into about a half an hour of conversation about our experiences with food. We find out some interesting factoids about the cast and the places we've eaten, what foods we like, and I think it's actually entertaining. I think it's like a lot of fun, and I would like to know what you think of it. Put some comments, give some feedback, and we'll probably do this again, perhaps, maybe, who knows. So anyway, at the beginning you'll see that this really wasn't intended to be a show, but somehow along the way it became one. I present to you Waffle Iron.
Hoping to appear on a fast food show, hoping the fast food delivers tomorrow.
What? What's the fast food thing?
Yeah, you put up a Friday show with sweets or fast food.
Okay. Yeah, that ain't happening. Right, so anyway, so
no drumsticks.
What was it called this week?
Hummingbirds.
This week is French fries, I think.
Hummingbirds and French fries, the perfect combo. That is a chicken restaurant. Imagine it's like, oh, I'll have the hummingbirds and French fries. That would be awesome. Now, with that, audience, make sure you smash that subscribe button on all of the different YouTube channels. There's loads of content coming to them very soon. Okay, so with this, from me, from everyone else, stay safe, always stay extremed, and ciao for now. Boom. And we're off the air. I don't know what some of these words mean. Like, you know. So, yeah.
David doesn't even know what
is that a fish? Is a whelk a fish?
A what?
A whelk. I don't know. See, this is what I mean. Belligerent.
Oh, whelk?
Yeah.
WHELK?
That's it, yeah.
I think that's a fish.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But like that's because like I tried to populate it with words. I had to just look up random words.
Oh, you can see
random things, and I didn't know what everything means. Oh, what's the name?
A whelk is what I'll be ordering for the next fast food show that you're doing.
Well, yeah, it should be. It should be. Oh dear.
But what happened, David, doing this?
What was that, Cap?
What happens on these fast food shows?
Well,
I mean, they've
gone so well, guys. You just miss it every time. None of you guys.
You keep cancelling them.
I would love to do a fast food show. I could talk about fast food for days.
Well, we will do a show about fast food. Like, people want to do it. I will literally do it this week, and we'll just talk about food. Like, people might
Depends
actually
on the time, but yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
the EXtreme Improv fast food show.
The fast food show.
You can't steal my title name though.
Well,
I mean, I plug my play every day, every show. It can't be any worse than that, all right? Talking about fast food.
Fast food, yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, we will debate which the best fast food restaurant is. We'll have a chicken restaurant joke themed round.
Dude, I read your article about the best fast food restaurants, and you said that the best was McDonald's.
Yeah. Did I?
I no longer want to be on the show. Never mind.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Hang on.
With you, man?
Wait. The important question I've got is, did I? Because I don't know that.
I think
David,
so. And
David, there's an evil twin living in your computer.
Wait, hang on. Let's look this up.
Who did you hire to do your homework on this one?
Let's look this up, because I have That is weirdly one of my most read articles. Like every month, that comes up in like the top, like few articles that people still look at.
Because it's controversial. Because it's bullshit, man.
Hang on, let's just see it. So, pancake recipe. Ranking the top 10 fast food chains in the UK. Let's see. So we start with Pret a Manger, which I don't particularly like.
No.
Domino's Pizza, which I do like. I do like that. Next up, we have Burger King, which I don't especially like. Greg's, which it's okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what else there is. Nando's, which is just like expensive, minimalistic chicken. Yo Sushi, which I do like. It's just insanely expensive. And let's see. Subway, Eat Fresh. I do like their meatballs. Pizza Hut, which is good as well. Domino's is only like takeaway. And then the top two, KFC, which I really like, and McDonald's. There you go.
That's ridiculous, dude.
I agree with
Okay,
you.
out of those, which one is better than McDonald's out of those?
None of them. Five Guys is better than McDonald's.
Okay, here's the thing. I have never been to Five Guys in my life. Like, honestly, it's this weird thing, which I think is an American thing, but like you might have it somewhere in London. But I have never been to a Five Guys.
You create your own burger, and they do milkshakes where you can have bacon in it. And that is.
The next time I'm in London, I will do that.
Wait, you create your own milkshake with bacon in it?
But literally, so you can create your own milkshake. It has a variety of flavors, but the option on there to add bacon bits into the milkshake.
Is that good?
It's very good.
Wow.
What?
This is definitely going to be a show. This is definitely a show. Right.
Of that list, Burger King and Subway are definitely better than McDonald's.
Burger King. Like Burger King.
Burger King is definitely better than McDonald's.
No, look, so here's the thing. McDonald's, like, those milkshakes sound good at Five Guys, adding the bacon. But, like, everywhere else, you go to KFC and they give you these tiny milkshakes. And they're just, like, literally milk. Like, I could have put Wimpy Burger on there.
But that's Popeyes?
We don't have Popeyes.
What's a
Popeye?
Popeye?
KFC. It's just a chicken place.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have Popeyes. Like,
Oh yeah, Popeyes is like a spicier version of KFC.
I am very sad about the Subway here in France though, because they used to do the meatball dish, but they don't do it anymore.
that you can't just get like a tub of meatballs.
You can't just get a tub of meatballs.
That's ridiculous.
You just can't.
One thing on McDonald's though, the breakfast is amazing. So if you're saying it's the best one because of the breakfast, I might have to give it to you. But
well, no, look, for me, McDonald's have the best milkshake. I'm not the biggest fan of the Burger King burgers. But yeah, it's like a big ice cream. Right,
no, it's not ice cream. I said it's not even ice cream that they put.
Right,
at least not out here. I don't know about out there.
Yeah,
like, I think the McDonald's fries are better than KFC fries. Like Burger King, maybe they're apple pie, but like I don't rank anything of theirs as the best.
Burger King McDonald's fries dipped in barbecue sauce. I do like that. I like that a lot. But just their food though sucks. Like their chicken sucks. Their burgers suck.
Well, yeah, the chicken at KFC sucks. But like a sausage and egg McMuffin, like you were saying, for breakfast.
We don't have that here either.
You don't have a sausage and egg McMuffin?
We don't. They don't do
that's
McMuffin. They do McMuffin, but it's like cheese and bacon. That's it.
Oh, the sausage McMuffin.
They don't do a McDonald's breakfast here.
Wow.
I'm so upset. That's why when I come to
the show right now,
that's
I'm
like
so
when I come
upset
to
this
the
isn't the show.
That's why when I come to the UK, I'm so happy because I get all this wonderful food, and I just miss it so much.
Wait! Dave just complimented UK on the best food and not France.
What does that tell you?
Yeah, just
David, when you came to California, I mean, this will get me kicked out for my opinion, but did you come to In-N-Out? When you were
In-N-Out? No, I didn't.
In-N-Out is so overrated.
I agree, but it's so like it's like a god out here. People.
No, okay, so
I don't fucking get it because like we went there and I was like, oh, like I've heard so many things, and you get a burger, and it's just a burger. You get fries; they're just fries.
The fries suck, but the animal style fries are great. It's the only thing I like there. Like the burgers are good. They're just like this big, and they're not like the greatest burger ever. Which
The place where I have a real soft spot for in America, and I know it's not seen as like high cuisine or whatever, is Denny's. Because when I went to California, I'd been to America a couple of times before this, but I went with it's the first time I was in America with Rachel, and she sometimes is a bit skeptical of just going to random places for food. And it was like our first night, and it was like, and literally I looked on the map of where was local because we were so tired, and there was a McDonald's. And I was like, I can't believe we come all the way to America, and we're just going to have McDonald's. And because I listened, because I'm a wrestling fan, I listen to podcasts, and they'll say like, oh, after the matches, it's 2:00 in the morning, we just stop for food at Denny's. And so I'd always kept hearing about Denny's at like 2:00 in the morning sort of stuff. And I saw that there was a Denny's. I was like, we have to go to Denny's. And I really liked it. I had a peanut butter milkshake and bacon cheddar tots and stuff like this. And so every time I've been to America, it's like, we need to find a Denny's.
Okay, let me tell you a quick story. I went to a Denny's when I was a teenager, and the manager was like, hey, how was it? And I was like, it was passable. It's Denny's. And he was like, oh, like, here's what's up. We're about to make, like, big changes. Like, it's about to get a lot better. And I thought that he was just being a dick to me. But it turned out, like, it actually did get a lot better from there. I love Denny's. You go there, you can get, like, a chicken fried steak. You can get like a steak and fries at like 2 a.m. And by the way, the Denny's up on Sunset, you can get a beer there. Like, I love Denny's. It's amazing.
Yeah. No, Denny's was great. And what was the other place I went to? Well, I went to a load of places in America, but one we went to a couple of times was IHOP, International House.
Yes, I love IHOP.
I really like IHOP. When I first went there, probably the first or second time. Well, it wasn't New York. I went there when I went to LA, and it was just like, you get like a stack of pancakes, and it came with free chicken on the side. And you've got to understand that in the UK, like, you just have a pancake on Pancake Day once a year, and it'll be like either very thin or fat and stodgy. You'll put lemon and sugar on it, and that's it. And that's your chicken experience. But there was like this many pancakes, and then there was like 6 pieces of chicken. It was the best thing ever that day.
I would think that you guys would have that in England. It is International House of Pancakes.
Yeah.
I one time said to a waiter, I don't remember what they did, but some kind of special wasn't actually going on when I went there. And I said, this isn't the International House of Pancakes, it's the International House of Lies.
I have to raise one question there. So Dave actually privately messaged me saying that he has eaten a crocodile. And I'm going, we have crocodiles, and I haven't even eaten one.
Wow. Do you know what? We're definitely going to have a food show, because I think there's so much mileage here. We just
but where did you get it? Where did you get it?
I can't believe this. Again, I just can't believe this isn't live, and like, we're missing these. We're going to try to recreate this later, and it's going to be awful.
You're recording it, right?
Who here has eaten crocodile?
I will reiterate. I said the cat. I've had crocodile, pigeon, octopus. I've just tried anything.
Wow, what's the weirdest animal you've ever eaten, Jimmy Mac?
I believe that I have eaten crocodile at the what is it called? The
International House of Crocodiles.
Australia.
That would be true.
It's a sausage place. It's a German sausage place, but I believe that I have eaten crocodile there, or rattlesnake.
Wow.
Same diff,
Wow.
right?
Yeah, rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake was okay.
Weirdest animal I've eaten. Hardly anything. I ate shark once. I thought that was pretty. I felt like I was like a real alpha.
We eat shark. We eat shark. Shark is a normal thing here.
We eat shark as an hors d'oeuvre. Right.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't personally like it. But like shark, usually people have it.
I had shark dim sum, and I just felt like, yes, I am the king of the jungle. I have defeated the sharks. Take this, Jaws.
The weirdest thing about the sharks is I assume it was a small shark. That's what they're fishing at. But the name is
shark. Do.
No, it literally translates to white shark or milk shark. So are they talking about the great white?
Milk shark milk shark
Jimmy Mac, I will politely ask to stop doing that.
David shark
Only because I had to do that during Panto for 2 years, and I never want to hear that song.
Wow.
Disney shark Disney shark
They have that. It's called Bruce.
Rob, what's the weirdest thing you've ever had in your mouth? Damn,
Ooh, that's a complicated question, David.
Yeah. You are recording this.
I know, but like I just feel like we've said things that we'll regret later. I don't know. Maybe I'll edit this. We'll put it out as the food show.
No, I definitely had. There's food trucks for a while were really huge out here, and then sometimes they had weird stuff. I had a crocodile hot dog from a food truck. That was probably the weirdest.
I've had Gatorade, if that counts.
Ooh, I live on Gatorade.
Do you? I've only had Gatorade once, and oh my god, where was I? I was in Florida, and we got we were out in the Everglades, and we got these like drinks to go with us, and this thing which was like touring us around on this this bus, it went to leave without us, and it was so hot, and we'd have had to have walked the whole way back, and there was like actual alligators just like laying around everywhere, and thank god, and there was a sign warning us about an aggressive alligator, so I'm glad that we managed to run and catch this thing again.
Just clear one down for me. So how fast food is charged on your places compared to normal wholesome food?
What?
Like, how is fast food charged? Here, the fast foods are expensive. Like, we have McDonald's in Colombo. I never went there, but like Pizza Hut, everything is like cost crazy. And again, you can buy a shark. You can buy shark curry for much lower price.
What
than
I don't
pizza.
get in the United States is you'll go into McDonald's or anywhere, any shop, and you'll be like, "Oh, how much is a Happy Meal?" And it will say like $2.99, and then you'll go to pay for it, and they'll be like, "That's $3.75 because of tax." It's like, why doesn't it just list the price? I never understood that. I never understand that,
dude. By the way, like where I grew up, there was a store that was like, it was called Reams, and they were like, "Hey, here's the price." And it's plus 10% and it's plus tax.
Wow. And also you have to like tip people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to tip McDonald's?
Not at McDonald's, but there are some states out here where you can actually make like the
you can go to prison if you don't tip.
Waitresses only make like $2 or $3 an hour because the tips are expected. Like in California, they still make $15 an hour minimum wage, whatever, and you get tipped on that. But there are other states where they literally make below the minimum wage because they're expecting tips to go up. So yeah, you are expected to tip well and especially in certain states.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Cap, fast food out here, it's usually cheaper than restaurants. Like, yeah, you can get burger and fries for $5 at most places, but you go to a restaurant, it's going to be $15-$20.
Which I still don't get. Like, ours is like crazy expensive. That's why, like, I only go for on birthdays to KFC or Pizza Hut. Usually we don't. Other food are much, healthier and also much tastier in my book.
I think it's the right way round out there. Whereas, like here, it's like it's as cheap as anything to just go into Greg's and get a sandwich or something, and it's just like it's not healthy and
no. But Greg's is so good.
I know. I love their sausage and alligator rolls. They're great.
Well, when I came to the UK last year, and I was staying just outside of Cardiff, and there was a petrol station that had a Greg's nearby, and I said, right, while I'm here, I'm going to have a Greg's, and I never did.
Ah.
I really wanted this. I think, do they still do it? The sausage, bean, and cheese melts.
Yes. Oh, they're the best.
I kept saying I really want one of those while I'm here, and I never did. I was really sad that I didn't get one.
Wow.
But like, I'm a little bit confused. I understand like America has alligators, but where do you guys get crocodiles? Like Paris and the UK.
Well, so
don't. Dave just imports them in. He's weirdo.
Yeah, I mean, my job definitely has some perks. No, so there was a rest.
Wow,
So,
Disney
Never
World is
smile
murdering
at a crocodile.
it's a small world. They have a crocodile problem, so I just grab one and just run
Yeah.
away with it. No, so where I was living before, I was living
It's
outside
a small world after all.
of crocodile.
Yeah.
So there was a steakhouse. There was a steakhouse near where we lived before. We lived just outside of Paris. And I just looked on the menu and said, they had steaks, they had their chicken, and I saw all the exotic meats. So they had stuff like ostrich eggs and not like ostrich meat itself. There was, I think it was kangaroo on there as well. And then I saw crocodile meat. Like, I've got to have this. So I just tried it.
See, I can't do stuff like that. I think there's like a weird hypocrisy that anyone who eats meat has to be able to deal with. It's like if I hear that, like in France, and I'm not saying this judgmentally for the French, but it's not unnormal to have horse. Right.
No, I mean, the first time
But
I came here, I was shocked by it.
Do you remember, Dave? Do you remember a few years ago there was a scandal where like some like Kinder's crispy pancakes were like the ones sold in Sainsbury's with like the horse version, eating horse, and everyone in the UK was like, "Oh no!" like this.
It was most unorthodox. There was horse meat and lasagnas.
Yeah, absolutely. And like so I'll be like, oh, in some places in like Asia somewhere they'll eat dog and stuff like that, and then I'll be like, well, come on buddy, my pet dog, it's like, you make sure you eat your beef and lamb, and it's like it's just like the weird hypocrisy. So to me, like crocodile, I could never do it. Kangaroo, I could never do it. I know like Iceland in the UK, which just like frozen food shop, there was a few years ago where it was like you could get ostrich burgers, crocodile burgers, or you could get kangaroo burgers. And when I first heard it, I was like, oh, wow, I wonder what these are like. And then just like this deep foreboding sense of guilt hit me. It's like, I can't eat Skippy. I couldn't do it.
There's people out here believe, like to this day, some people still believe it, that the Jack in the Box tacos are kangaroo meat. And it's like, you think they're just going to have kangaroo meat just for these one specific thing? It's because they taste really weird and they kind of suck. But yeah, a lot of people generally think that it's kangaroo meat, which of course it's not.
Well, the whole thing about Jack in the Box tacos is that Jack in the Box, they won't open up about whether they have meat in them or not. And they clearly have some meat and some soy. But like they won't open up about it. So like everybody is just led to be like, well, what is it?
Yeah. Like, I don't get this nowadays. Like if you just saw, and maybe there are occasionally things like this, if it just said like, this is a meat pie, you'd be like, what meat? So I'm not just going to eat meat. But nowadays, I'm seeing it everywhere. It will say, this is a plant burger. I'm like, what? Tell me if it's like a cabbage burger or something. What do you mean it's plant?
It's usually soy.
But why does it just say plant? It sounds dodgy. I want transparency.
They do the same thing here now. In France, they've started doing this thing. It just says veggie burger. And you're like, okay, but what's in it though? Like, what is in this thing?
Green stuff.
See, I could imagine that because when you see things and it just says plant-based, oh look, see when I search plant food,
it'll say impossible.
When I search plant food, it's like feed this to your begonias sort of thing. But now they're giving plant food to like humans.
Oh, well, veggie burgers and then plant-based burgers, they're different. They're made differently.
If I go on to Tesco's,
am I having something that was grown on a farm, or am I eating some lavenders from Mrs. Cox's garden?
Exactly. This is what I mean.
Right, let's water the petunias for David's supper.
Right.
So the weirdest thing is like, but having milkshakes with bacon still seems weird to me.
It's can't so good though. It was so. Everyone looked at me as if I was some sort of psychopath. I was
like here it is, like Flora. Plant butter. What plant? Just tell us what plant.
How do you make butter? How do you make butter?
It's stinging nettles and bamboo.
Look, plant chef, and let's see if it'll go clear. 6 herby bangers, and then it says 100% plant-based. What plant?
I think.
If it's like it's tomato, that's a plant.
Maybe it's implants. Maybe it's implants, David.
Oh my god.
Implants.
I can definitely taste the difference, but like if I were a vegetarian or vegan, I'd be really happy that they're invented. I have other friends who say they can't taste the difference, so they still eat them because they think it's healthier. I 100% taste the difference. Like Carl's Jr., Burger King, they all have like either Beyond Meat or Impossible Meat, which is the plant-based stuff. But to me, there's a big difference. But
there's a massive difference. You go on, Jimmy.
I'll speak on behalf of.
Oh no, Dave.
Sorry, I was going to say I'll speak on for France a little bit. That they don't have much in the way of vegan and vegetarian. Well, vegetarian option they do, but for vegan stuff, it's hard to find, especially around Paris around here.
What's the difference?
What do you mean? What's the difference?
Between vegans
Paris
and
is like the city, and France is the country, Cap.
In Paris, in Paris especially, it's hard to find it, and also because it's so expensive. Like, I don't know what it's like for like the US and the UK, but in France, definitely, it's very expensive to get vegan options.
Oh, there's vegan.
What is vegan actually?
Everything here is vegan now. Everything here is vegan. Like even this, I was about to show you. This is like cream alternative, and it says on it Elmley double 100% plant. Now, to me, that looks like a strawberry. Just say it's strawberry cream.
And Cap, the main difference is vegans. There's no dairy, no eggs. And definitely fish. Vegetarians eat fish. Yeah, there's no vegan, no.
Yeah. I went to a vegan restaurant here in West Hollywood, and my girlfriend was like, "Hey, don't look now, but that's fucking Blossom over there." Like the girl who played Blossom.
The girl who's in The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, and now hosts Jeopardy.
Mayim Bialik. So I didn't look when she told me not to look, but then I looked later. And yeah, it was her. It was Doomy's here in West Hollywood. All this to say, I can't fucking believe that McDonald's was the first on your list, David.
Well, yeah, okay, look, let's begin to wrap this up. Now, unless anyone has an objection.
Let me say this real quick.
Yeah.
The quarter pounders are delicious. The McNuggets are delicious.
I'm definitely editing, so that's all you say.
but come on, it's not the most delicious restaurant in America. That's ridiculous.
I didn't say it was the most delicious restaurant in America. Yeah.
You said it was the number one, then what?
Well, in the UK. Ranking the top 10 fast food chains in the UK is the name of it.
Does the UK have any Shake Shack yet?
Does it have what? Shake Shack?
Shake Shack.
Not that I know of.
I've never
seen
seen
burger place out here, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Do you guys have Little Caesars?
Not that I know of, maybe. Maybe in London, maybe in a big city, not where I live. But I prefer KFC to McDonald's. Here's the thing about the article. I wanted to write it fast. So I listed the restaurants I knew.
So again, I reiterate, who did you get to do your homework for you?
Well, yeah, Cap will Dave. I was like, Cap, you got to write this quick. I need time so it's not in my handwriting, like Biff Tannen. But
what fast food restaurants do you have?
No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean I just listed them in whatever the order was. But I didn't sit down and search my soul too hard. I was like, well, I like the McDonald's breakfasts, like Rob said. I was like, I like the milkshakes. I prefer the fries. Beef, KFC can't defeat McDonald's on beef products. KFC wins for me on chicken. But I was like, in terms of the others, it's like, I like pizza, but if you just want to quickly get something, you can't always just quickly be out in the town and you're like, well, I'm just going to get a Domino's. It's like, it's awkward. So that's why I said McDonald's. Now, if there was a Yoshinoya, which you have in Japan, then it would be up there. You have a nice beef bowl, get like a raw egg on it. It'd be great.
We have Yoshinoya out here.
You have Yoshinoya out there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I bet it's not authentic like in Japan, though.
I highly doubt it. Yeah, I don't think it's good at all.
Yeah.
When you came to America, did you go to New York?
Yeah.
Did you eat pizza?
When I came to New York, I was there with uni, and I was for there 4 days. So the day we arrived being one of them, 2 days, and then the day we left. So I definitely went to McDonald's. We went to, I don't know if we went to Bubba Gump's during when we were there. We and then maybe one other like restaurant. Like we hardly went anywhere, truthfully, in New York. I want to go back to New York.
New York and Chicago, you gotta eat pizza. You'll never eat Domino's Pizza Hut ever again.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I want to go back to New York desperately. So it's on the to-do list.
I've never been to New York, so that's on my bucket list too.
Okay, thanks.
Yes. I'm adding my 50 cents to this and signing off.
Okay,
but
look.
But I don't get with the vegan and vegetarian stuff. So here, like most Hindus are vegetarians, and eggs is not eaten by vegetarians because dairy products are, but eggs are not, because you're technically taking a life, sort of say. So they won't count for that. But
yes.
they will count for dairy products. So the vegetarian means dairy products is okay because the cow is giving it to you willingly and you're not killing it. But if you are killing something, then you're not technically a vegetarian.
Okay, here's a question about chickens, right? Why do they just constantly lay eggs? Why do they constantly lay eggs? If they've not done the deed, why do they just keep shooting eggs out, firing eggs out of their backsides? Like there's no.
They were bred for it genetically.
Yeah, but like, okay, so imagine though, like if a woman just like something like, like, okay, it's like don't worry, it's not fertilized, it's just this baby shell, right? It's like,
imagine if every month a woman like had a period. Like, that would be the craziest fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, then you just have some guy going on with a little like a human-sized egg basket, just
yeah.
All these babies are just like, oh dear, this woman's not laid today. Okay.
So broilers are basically just genetically made for that, so they will just keep laying eggs.
Jimmy Mac, are you saying that chickens we just eat when they have their period each month?
Kind of. Kind of.
Oh my God.
I don't have an answer to that. I more about.
So anyway, let's wrap this up here now, guys. Let's actually if later on someone says that there's something they want edited out, but I think we've done enough to where we can agree this can be the pilot. The pilot episode of whatever this food show is. We will never get these true reactions before. I'll edit it down a little bit, okay. But let's say where the people can find us, and let's say a recommendation of what people should like seek to have to eat, or where they should go for food or something in the next week or so. Rob, starting with you.
Where you can find me on XStreamed online variety show, and my play right now, Another Life, is on the XStreamed network. I don't know, my biggest fast food recommendation, it varies. Taco Bell, Del Taco. It's not real Mexican food, but they do have, Del Taco has amazing grilled chicken if you're looking to eat healthy. But maybe El Pollo Loco. That's one of the good ones. Carl's Jr.
Okay. Capital Fave.
You can find me in SWAT Deeds, where I sing a dance, throw myself in a bucket, work with puppets, and apparently eat fast food. I would recommend, because most of you guys were rolling in the Western place, so go to a Sri Lankan restaurant and order a kottu roti, or you can just ask kottu. It's very delicious. But again, if you come to Sri Lanka, eat it here because it's very cheap and it's more delicious here. But if you want to try something very Sri Lankan and it's very delicious, try kottu. It's better than most of the fast food stuff.
Okay, Jimmy Mac.
I have nothing in particular to promote, so I'll leave you with this. If you wish to find something that is completely delicious, look no further than Taco Time. You can get a tortilla, flauta, crispania. You don't get what you would get at a full meal, but you get a good meal.
I recognize this quote. I can't remember from where.
Do not look fully into my eyes, for that is the way of madness.
And madness is a bad thing to have on a Tuesday night.
Shut the fuck up, Dave.
I forgot
Okay.
about street tacos. I must recommend chicken street tacos or carne asada street tacos over Del Taco and Taco Bell. I forgot completely about it.
Okay, Dave.
You can find me on XStreamed annoying the hell out of Jimmy Matt. You can find me on Geek Battle annoying everyone in general. My fast food recommendation would be the one I spoke about at the moment, which is Five Guys, where you can create your own burger, you can create your own hot dogs, and you can have a milkshake that has bacon in it. What more can you ask for?
Wow. Okay, so my name is David Postansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I will say go to www.extremed.tv, where there is a whole slew of about 5 food-related articles, and one of which recommends McDonald's, and I'll stick to our
Bullshit!
McDonald's. It says here the most famous fast food chain on the list, and arguably the one by which all others are compared. Now, I think that's fair. That is fair.
Oh,
But
definitely.
my recommendation for you is to go to KFC and get a pot of their gravy, because they do the best gravy. But here's the weird thing with the gravy. When you go to KFC, you will get gravy, and it's a roll of the dice. It will come out one of two ways. Either it'll be very thick, or it'll be darker and it'll be quite thin and it'll be quite greasy. And I don't know why for years it comes out one of two ways. I like the thicker one for dipping the chips. On that note, from me, from everyone else, stay safe, always stay extremed, keep on cooking, and ciao for now. Boom.
Bacon milkshake.
We were never even on the
How
air.
have we created another show just from thin
I
air?
don't know. This is amazing. This is the
I
best thing
forgot
we've
about
ever
Arby's.
done.
I forgot about all my favorite places. I'm horrible.
Well, look, the thing is, we can make this an actual thing. I will edit it, because like the thing that like I genuinely meant is like some of these revelations we had along the way, we would have never had them organically again.
No.
Like learning about the crocodiles and stuff like that.